Hey guys, this video is going to be about how to spot a fake PS4 controller. I know that PS5 came out about 2 years ago, but you know a lot of people still use this PS4 as their main console, and you know how it is with the issue with the PS4 controller. They break, you buy a new one, and you go on with your games. But from time to time, there is a scenario where you can actually buy a fake one, you know, that is very hard to distinguish a fake from a real controller. As you can see, I have 4 PS4 controllers right here. They all look the same, you know, besides the color, you know. They all look like almost identical to each other, but out of this 4 PS4 controllers, one of them is fake. You know, nowadays they're making them controller so, you know, with minimal difference from the real PS4 controller, from the real official one, and it's very hard to spot a fake unless you have a keen eye. Now, in this video, I'm gonna point out 2. What I noticed, there's 2 differences that you can kind of see if you look carefully. The first one is you can kind of tell right away if you really look. All right, so for example, this one, right? If you look at the letterings on the share, options, EXT, and that headphone jack symbol, it looks straight. It doesn't look out of place, and it doesn't have any weird shape or font in it. So as you can see, this controller is a real one. Let's look at the red. Let me focus it. You see how the word share option, it looks nice. The font looks nice. This one you can barely see because this is kind of like, this is my old official controller, but it looks from my point of view, it looks the same font as this too. Now, if you look at this, I know it's hard to see, but if you look at the word share, look how big the fonts are compared to this. You see how the word share is smaller compared to this one? Look how big the fonts are. The word options, see, it's a bit bigger. You can see the difference between this real one and in this one. The fonts on a fake, so you can say this is the fake one right here. The font on the text share options, and look at this one, it's not even straight. If you look at the word EXT, it's kind of angled up on a slant like this. Instead of straight, it's the word EXT is kind of like going up that way. You see? It's not straight. It's kind of pointing up. And look at the headset jack. It's bigger than the usual one. See, this one is smaller. This one is bigger. And if you look at the EXT, it's a bit angled pointing up. So that's one of the main differences that I see if you want to spot a fake PS4 controller compared to an official one. So these are real official Sony PS4 controllers, and this one is the fake one. Now, the definitive way of spotting a fake. Now, I'm sure you're not going to be carrying this with you if you're buying one, but if you really want to know if you have a fake controller, gonna have a weighing scale. A real PS4 controller will be heavier than a fake controller. So let's take a look. Now, why would it be heavier? Because they use, you know, premium hardware as opposed to fake hardware inside. Now, if you carry it, you can kind of tell the difference a little bit. It's a little bit heavier, but if you really want to know, put this in. 218 grams. 218. 219, so around that area. But the fake one, 194, 192. Look how much of a difference that is. That's like what? 18, about 20 grams? About 20 grams lighter than an official controller. So those are the two ways of spotting a fake one. By looking at the text on the share, options, ext. Now, the Sony one, those are like, those are not printed. Those are embedded on the plastic itself. So you can't really rely on that one. But you have to look at the share, options, ext, head jack symbol, because those are printed on it, not embedded on the controller itself. And the second way of knowing to really see if you have a fake controller is by using a food scale. This is your normal food scale right here. So you can use this particular scale. So let me put it on grams. So again, real controller is around 217, 218. Versus a fake controller, it'll be far, far less compared to an official controller. And this one is 192 grams. So yeah, be careful out there. They're really making those controllers so real now that you can't really tell if it's a fake unless you're really, really looking at it. And if you really look, one of the biggest mistakes they did is that ext. I can see it right now. It's angled up. Angled up. Look at that. And they come in a pretty good box too. And I don't have an official controller box because I threw them all out. But this is the box that it came with. It looks legit. I can't really compare it. But comparing it to another remote control, the two things that you want to look out for is the fonts on the controller, the share, options, ext, and the head jack, and the weight of the controller. Look at that, 192 grams versus 217 grams on a real controller. So a real controller is heavier than the fake controller. So yeah, be careful out there, guys and gals, and make sure that you're getting the right one. Later.